Shock swipe. Eamonn Holmes' divorce from Ruth Langsford takes nasty turn as he makes very cheeky dig at her best friend. Keep scrolling to find out more about what happened. Eamonn Holmes' divorce from Ruth Langsford took a nasty turn as he made a cheeky dig at her best friend. The Northern Irish broadcaster, 65, made the remark while presenting GBN Breakfast on Sunday, May 18. Co-host Dawn Neesom discussed attending Jeremy Vine's 60th birthday party, saying, "There were lots of celebrities there as well." This prompted Eamonn to then ask, "Who was there? Who was there?" To which Dawn replied, "I'm really rubbish at recognizing celebrities. I knew you were going to ask me." Howecer, she proceeded to reveal socialite and TV personality Lizzie Cundy, 57, had been at the bash. In response to hearing this, Eamonn then asked, "What celebrities were there?" While Dawn admonished him by saying, "Eamonn, Lizzie and Ruth, 65, are known to be close pals and previously enjoyed a wild night out alongside Rylan Clark amid Ruth's split from Eamonn. Last year, it was revealed how Eamonn and Ruth had ended their 14-year marriage. The former couple, who first began dating in 1996, share son Jack, who was born in 2002. A source said previously, Eamonn and Ruth's relationship changed when they left this morning. They started moving in different directions in their careers and their priorities started to change. Eamonn was desperate to return to Belfast, which he thinks of as home, but Ruth would never move. It became a bone of contention. As her ITV career continued, Eamonn went down another path and they became ships in the night. For the past 2 years they had led separate lives, professionally and personally. The Sun revealed how the pair had been cutting final ties after the TV host was accused of dragging his feet over their divorce. GB News presenter Eamonn is now dating West Yorkshire grief counsellor Katie Alexander, 43. Last month, the couple were seen during a tender public display of affection as they cheered on Katie's eldest son in an amateur cup final. TV host Eamonn stood from his wheelchair, holding on to a railing, as they got into the tense game in Wakefield, West Yorks, with onlookers describing them as loved up. Eamonn Holmes, lonely, months after Ruth Langsford split as new girlfriend rejects move. Eamonn Holmes went public with his new girlfriend Katie Alexander in November last year. Eamonn Holmes is said to be lonely, following his split from Loose Women presenter wife Ruth Langsford after his new girlfriend Katie Alexander declined an offer to move into his penthouse bachelor flat in Kingston, southwest London, in which he has lived in since departing the marital home. Marriage counsellor Katie Alexander, 43, a mum of 3, has decided to remain in her native Yorkshire, where she co-parents her 2 youngest children with her ex-husband, rather than make the move to the capital with the 65-year-old GB News presenter. She has her children to consider. Truth be told, they are a little unsettled at her relationship being played out in the media and she doesn't want to uproot them. They have met Eamonn on several occasions and get on great with him, so things will stay as they are for the time being. Eamonn seems so lonely since splitting with Ruth, so it's not exactly ideal for him, a source told the Mail on Sunday. Ruth and Eamonn, who share one son Jack, 22, announced their split in May 2024 after 14 years of marriage and 27 years together in total. They began dating in 1996 after being introduced by a mutual friend and married in 2010. Eamonn and Katie struck up a relationship shortly after the split, but the couple only went public in November when they attended the Irish Post Awards together. They also enjoyed a romantic winter break in Paris where Katie was seen wearing a sparkling ring on her engagement finger, sparking speculation at the time that Eamonn had proposed. Just a week prior to this they were spotted at a West London carol concert with no ring in sight on Katie's hand. Katie was married to her ex-husband George, 53, the father of her 2 youngest children from 2010 until their divorce in 2022. He opened up about their split in October 2024, and although he made it clear that his ex-wife's relationship with Eamonn didn't play a part in it, he admits the pair were in touch during their marriage. Speaking to The Sun, he explained, "I have a lot of sympathy for Ruth. I have had my heart broken when my marriage to Katie ended." George claimed Katie and Eamonn first connected through social media while they were still married. He told the outlet, "She wasn't swooning over him like he was George Clooney, but she liked being on social media, and one day she said she'd had a reply from him. She'd commented on one of his posts and Eamonn got in touch. I must admit I laughed it off." Express.co.uk has contacted representatives for Eamonn Holmes for comment. Eamonn Holmes, lonely, as he deals with major rejection from younger girlfriend. TV presenters Eamonn Holmes and Ruth Langsford are currently going through a divorce after 14 years of marriage and sharing a son together. Eamonn Holmes is said to be lonely, as he deals with a major rejection from his younger girlfriend. The TV star is currently in a relationship with a woman 22 years younger than himself after splitting from Ruth Langsford. However, it's thought that the new couple could be facing some issues as Katie Alexander is reportedly refusing to move in with Eamonn. The marriage counselor is choosing to stay living in Yorkshire due to co-parenting her 2 teenagers with her ex-husband. This means that she won't be moving to London to spend more time with Eamonn, who now lives in a penthouse flat in Kingston after moving out of his house he shared with Ruth. A source has said that there is no way that Katie will be moving in anytime soon. The Mail Online reported that they were told by a source, "There's no way she will move in with Eamonn in the near future, or for many years. She has her children to consider." Truth be told, they are a little unsettled at her relationship being played out in the media and she doesn't want to uproot them. They have met Eamonn on several occasions and get on great with him, so things will stay as they are for the time being. Eamonn seems so lonely since splitting with Ruth, so it's not exactly ideal for him. Eamonn and Ruth were together for 14 years before they called time on their relationship last spring. The former couple had been together since 1996 and married since 2010. The pair have been quiet about their split, but it was reported that the divorce has been very painful for Ruth. Ruth previously opened up about the split and told Woman and Home magazine, "A breakup of a relationship is hard enough for anybody to deal with. A divorce is very difficult and it's very painful, but most people don't have to do it in the public eye, with everybody having an opinion about you and writing things about you and commenting things about you. But that's the nature of my job. I've always had that, and if you can't cope with that, you shouldn't be doing this job. I'm quite fine being on my own, but not forever. When you're in a relationship, it's easy to say, great, I've got a weekend to myself, but when you think that might be every weekend, it's a different story." The former This Morning power couple released a blunt statement last May as they announced their split, which said, "Ruth Langsford and Eamonn Holmes have confirmed their marriage is over and they are in the process of divorcing.